So, at what point did the singing start? Because to some of us, it was only comedy we thought you were wizarding. Comedy is slow, my brother person Danny. But now I know you had it. It wasn't as if the comedy was slow. That's how come we change here. At what time? And I'll start to say, okay, let's go into music fully.
Okay, so who say we are Sonangasano Nipa and we go through experiences. So there came a time in my life now me feel say my comedy outlets. I won't say outlets no. Now I had said it was getting curtailed. When I say getting curtailed, I say my platform performing now over just a comedian.
Exactly.
Now when your platform not performing already.
But now fee. No performing at your girlfriend. We are no more orgasm back.
Good. Now so I got to that's funny. Anyway, I got to a point like that in my life. And I felt like, no, I cannot express myself this way again. Don't forget, comedians are human beings too. Into bedroom rebuilding, I said, we're happy. Now to make channel out happy vibe, no? Because we're brabo. Now we need you, na be how. But then wait on be asking. And I've been an artist, you know. Me feel say, and what's that situation? Be a boxer up. And no moment, it was said to me, inspire, and I will dig it deep. Now to me expressing who in other ways. So who to me feel say, and then education, no. To the people listening to us, they should be said. So we are artists. Don't let your artistry only be limited to a particular genre of entertainment. Also, Ghana for you, can be a first stereotyping artist. See, you saw a comedian. You see, for the next 10 years, he should remain in that box. So we are artists. Now one, you're courageous enough. Now one tries to be expressing who differently. Every time, beyond or honey, do better. And guess what? A honor, you don't chance to plans now or home and you match. So be bold and express yourself. And in my case, I never really thought I was going to do music professionally. Okay, although now my music, I will gone performing arts. So I'm music for 2 years. Into no, I don't know say a theory.
Okay,
but practically and then professionally, no, you had to be an that.
Okay,
so baby, I me do enough. Me back core experiences. Who said no, this is the only way I can express my pain. No. And then, you know, it's a miracle to me, Ankasa. So because pain be no say yeah, calling maybe more. Here say one kasana what's one say one dig deep. You have so much potential in you, but
yeah, that is true. But the outlets that you said were curtailed, you know, were there no solutions at all? Were there no ways out? Okay, so okay. Now these outlets they have been curtailed. And were there not solutions out there? And I'll bet me they are reviving home.
And
solution in music. You know what I mean? Is solution for you to get back to the comedy stages again.
Okay, so I was saying, say me role and me play with comedy industry. No, say also critically. Now it was a certain structure being an me person me build it. Okay, but I need so now yeah no so no me boily mistakes not down to me. I mean Franco Shelby. And they say, bedroom baby, no, but say, only nipa ye juma. Everybody is working for something. Let's face it.
Yeah.
No matter how loving you are, no matter how generous you are, I was saying this fundamental truth about human nature. So when you for now there's no paperwork binding the whole thing together. Na bibia ni wa umbrella bias had na quite to say it is happening under this auspices. Now there's a document that is binding the whole thing together now. Ube hunu sa oba ya dru baby no. Ubi benye mu glory bi ube fa ho didi ube fa ho ayeye but wo na wo provide this our platform na sa adina happy no ahwe na eja wo ye nkai wo mpo so ho enye me nka say ye menye nyankopon me nka say ya na enye ye bone na enye bone but mabe hu ni say character
okay
a Ghanaian character enti no bi ka say wo boy ni pa
no aji receipt
so ho because in Nigeria I say there are a lot of people you can point to more than 5 comedians in Ghana today.
Yeah.
But when I got into the game, when I got into the game, no, when you were pointing comedians, you were pointing Basket Mouth, Teju Babyface, Okay Bakasi,
and Sana Moma Basi.
There was David Oscar. It mean I may try and I may start me show be. And I may train boys singing a goom. We know Mimbo be a din hand. So ye shows of Tamale, Kofodia, Takwa Day, Cape Coast near the day. Ebema narrative no best Sakakra. Because those times narrative was there are no comedians in Ghana. but yen status as shows ni ane ye na se bi otafache me aso botom sika ne ade na me di push you nya se bi na sponsorship fi bibi ba me ma ye adwuma kakra na me feel say oh Charlie ade we there's potential in the TM na obia nya bi mundi no but me hu ni say ye call enim kakra no na mindset no nya obia adwen ene the way na me adwen no so hu ntema a lot of misunderstanding and me fa say ade na me hye no and we pay ama me
okay
so hu no eye ni nyina mafemu adisuade e de bia to me kotodwem ntina me bo me bra said me boni me hu ni say me yes anu so no ma you know me to me reach out to a lot more audiences with the music so hu nti wo ka solution no say men discover me musical self anka ne no come into anim so hu
because we wouldn't have any common thing to discuss.
Thank you very much.
Exactly. So now is this to say with comedy dear only na wie kra
oh bra me you see never say never but me person go for so tia say comedy na ye adwuma o e business o
I know
one who and then na social media man me bebre I would say I cheap when I say cheap not cheap but cheap in a sense because they say you really don't need to wait for anybody to be able to churn out your content. Once you plug your phone everybody is watching and the world is streaming. Young time no me say when some of us got into the game no it wasn't like that. Ubeka na be should be or pass at one laugh minute those were the times and this show no a solicited for videos like this those times then phobia vision no me say me din some phone because I have profile videos I be gone but fast forward 10 years down the line everybody is now doing video and pretending to be a comedian. You see me comedy no a show na me require and as how the show be muso so I say na akoy business so hu nti me nka say me nye biom da na bibi but emre be ba no say bedru ho na say obi you know something comes up and it's worth my while why not because you see me transit as an artist samiti asem we you I drink corner me de trouble nyom no so I drink corner na me expect if I want to do comedy yes I drink ko ya na me de bedding me split the bi den try to you know wax funny but me so me yes hard way me hu ne say nyom to na me to na me yeah with music no has more potential me who more potential bu mami
okay
into no en hame say no if you are listing your A-list comedians you don't add me to it en hame cry
okay
say you be kan hono cry you would know that all this your A-list comedians some of them came through some of us na e bia and then na akoye din me binom some bigina be bia acknowledge where they got some help and some support from but then I'm kind me nkopon me nka say na enye ni pasuman nti emfa na sa na
e bi be sa
so
I see na me kai say me bi atwam na onye Rasta say na otiri no kana me de ni pafu chen ho de na e ba ni saying na ne udi efu ama me de ni still aye de aye
obusa semum brother men kan simi nchira Ghana for sometimes who say artists expressing in a certain way and just say bia easy to do and say bia easy to do when we say me what dreadlocks dreadlocks I'm expressing myself you know I'm confident I'm doing my thing man fiti preko pepu tupuru na bedru how I was say who say agenda ya me fast me nkrofo bibira ko nya several misunderstandings kofo bi ntiase
in fact you can industry no ma kontokwa pa David Oscar ka ho
pa no kre
wa kontokwa
ene nyina nso na ye papa mu ye prep bibia magana so hu santokwa yanko a ene
akaya nu ha
wa hu nti no emane nyoda say the fam is on the silver platter whatever you want to do whether good or bad and in this case we are talking good I was so who said the papa now see when you say person you nimpo obi tenchan and it doesn't seem papa to no into no the no perspectives no understanding no they be oppose you me can see asem so say man susuda honestly say I'll be looking this way after 30 years of my life you know but brand here boy and sometimes you have to be flexible and you have to be open-minded so when you're open-minded you are always in a certain box to me express what I'm trying to say to the people is that be confident of yourself and believe in yourself, believe in your art. It is not easy if you just want to wake up one day and you're not known as a musician before. And mind you, I wasn't really faring very well with comedy. When I say faring very well, I thought I was building a structure, but the vibe I was getting from outside primarily also due to the fact that I had a fight with the system. The system had more clout. There were more bloggers who were sympathizers of the system. So all these guys will paint you black, will make you look like what they own can't cry. This is the fight I had to encounter. What am I saying? But me, you know, it toughened me up. And I'm met me either expressing me one and your dear do sabre yamity.
Oh, I see.
It takes a lot of tremendous courage, confidence, and then believe in what you have.
But is this also to mean that if you want to do reggae, like the kind of music you are doing, you would need to brand like this, you would need to have a look like this?
Not necessarily. Otherwise, Morgan Heritage wouldn't say that you don't have to be dressed to be Rasta. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't have a busy signal. If you know busy signal,
I know.
this is a Rasta man, but go and check him out. Until when the me find say a crown, what must say? But no. And you'll be carries our crown, you know. And or subscribe to the belief system that comes with this, or even the culture that comes with it. Will be a more in a life now, you know.
So in your case, are you subscribing to the beliefs and the culture that come with it?
I'm an African. I am an African. You know, I believe in black consciousness. Okay, I came to meet people talking this message. When I was growing up, I didn't understand this message. But as I went through life and experienced life for myself, it serves the purpose of somebody, for an African not to know himself, for an African not to discover himself, for an African to remain dumb here, to remain unintelligent here, so that you can perpetually be a slave for that person whose purpose serves for you to be a slave, no, to remain up, for you to remain down. But yes, I believe in God, and I believe that the God I'm looking for is here. He's the one talking to you. He's here, sitting in front of you. Listen to the music I wrote. Nyami Womu. You are the very what you seek. Make me tell you so. That's no Greek. A journey of 1,000,000 miles started out with so much trials. What am I trying to say? Trodden right through so much stress in this system. Me like to ask, from where does this stem? Nyami Womu bibia be ye na me ka ho asem no. Nyame no enye word o. Nyame a sentence. Me be chiro mu. Nyame na asantefo nyame sakasa na ye ka utwi mu no asese nyame say asanteni na aka ne na atwi ne ka che nya asese
say onsaka
say obenya bibi to get or to attain na me no ye
hwan
So when our ancestors spoke of God, nyame no, they were not talking about some white bearded old man in the sky, which is what I find to be what we grew up imagining and thinking, primarily due to the kinds of teachings we received from church, certain indoctrinations we received from church, etc. Nyame, nyaawo, nyame. Self-attain, self-actualize. So our ancestors knew that for you to see God, you need to attain yourself. Nyame no nti bebia o what he expresses himself through you. He's not separate from you. So why do we have why are we living in an epoch where a lot of people, for example, now in our age, they've even given us an image to look up to. And the image doesn't even look like me. You know, and if the Bible says that God created me in his own image, why am I seeing some guy who doesn't even look like me? He looks like some guy from
that guy is fake though.
Anyway, I think that these days, internet, any predominant education, my father didn't have internet. The generation of Africans that gave birth to us didn't have internet.
That's true.
Facebook was 2008, as recent as 2008. So, and then unless you don't want to find out, but if you want to find out, there are materials all around on your fingertips that you can Google, search, read, and find out for yourself to know. So when I think that this should be the predominant education to the African listening to us, because a lot more people, trust me, imagine praying to some white dude up there when they start praying. Anyway, let's not go.
Wow, loving the vibe of David Oscar, man. Interesting time. So now it is obvious that when you meet David Oscar in town and he's wearing his locks, it is not for fashion. He's also going with the beliefs and the culture that come with it. It is very deep. Now, Oscar, I like business. In fact, anytime an artist comes here, I want to talk business. So far, is the music thing becoming profitable for you? Are you making some good returns from your input?
I would say it's a journey, right? But
your mic can still come up.
Okay. But compared to, I would say, the potential that I saw pushing an agenda for Ghanaian comedy, me feel say music is bigger. The potential for the music is much more bigger and greater.
Okay.
Because I am not looking for a quick fix. Now, let me explain. When I say market team, half of the time when artists are, venturing into music, ubia want a motivation out there. It satisfies me in a deep way. na idea be I made to me spend the rest of my time, the rest of my life doing. Nti me no me tie nyame say me ye adwuma. It looks like a DB I'm managing who I'm here.
Okay.
What you must say? Into no me way no. Say me nya, I'm not commanding the kind of checks a Shatawale will command or a Stoneway will command, but I believe in the process. What you must say, and I believe that it's got great potential. You know, I like how far I've been able to grind to reach. You know, I'm not there yet. You know, I don't even have. How do I even put it? Okay, let me not say that. It's not necessary. You know, but I believe,
you wanted to say you don't have a car?
No, I don't have a team, as it were.
Okay,
I came here and I saw this artist with his team, and they are talking about it. I met some lady out there who introduced herself to me as, you know, that she came here with the artist. You know, I see these things. I'm like, oh, Charlie, this is beautiful. I mean, I wish there was a team like that around me.
Is the artist you agree?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You mean the lady you saw there?
Yeah, the lady I saw there.
Yeah, that beautiful lady.
So
she came with Yagri.
Great.
Yeah.
So a process. One we be starting ne or be at his disposal. We be start your back grandia 5 years later. We be start your back grandia 10 years later. And take a crack. You know, but one thing I'm happy about and say since I started to churn out music, you know, before na me musician. I had only learned editing for my comedy. But I started music, when I say, hey Charlie, this skill I learned I want me power. Into my videos now, I gave a couple of my playlists. Like I gave a playlist to your producer of my videos. Most of the videos I have on there, I edited them myself.
Wow.
You know.
Wow.
Which is like a skill I had to cultivate for comedy. It was not even for music. But baby, I you know.
So in the near future, are you seeing yourself being nominated in categories with maybe the Raskukus, the Saminis, the Stone Boys in the reggae categories? By say the VGMAs, Vodafone Ghana Music Awards by Charterhouse?
Okay, let me say this. No disrespect to our schemes here. If it happens, fair enough. We'll give praises and thanks to Jah. However, personally, enemy focus. Honestly speaking, I am working. I'm still working. If somewhere along the line somebody feels like, okay, you deserve this, let's give you this, fair enough. What mean disrespect? I mean, it's a worthy platform, I should say, and for an artist to be given that kind of recognition on that kind of platform, for me, from where I sit, I think it's a great recognition. What you must say. However, personally, now me focus me the music, because me should award be a few pinching.
Okay.
So me say a striking discrepancy between the two. No problem. But a man so I could do music for 25 years, 30 years.
But looking at your standing feud with Charterhouse, do you think that if you do well, they will forget about those emotions and still include you in their scheme? Because we all know you and Charterhouse, that blood between you guys.
Oh, so when him say those times, because of the comedy and the hits that came with the comedy,
I know.
I mean, you know, you're not to phobia. But since then, I mean, you can talk to George Quay. I have a very good relationship with George. In fact,
George Quay is not part of them anymore. For
I know. But when I did go to his office to apologize to him for all the stress I gave him, for all the bad mouthing I gave, he was still working at Charterhouse.
Okay.
What am I saying? For me, when I was fighting the system, quote and unquote Charterhouse, it was George Quay I fought. What must I say? Head to head, 2 to 2. You know, me feel say bibini na masama adwin na masakra. I should be able to go to the man and be humble enough and apologize to him, which I did. What must I say?
So you want to believe that they are not holding any grudges against you, as in the organization?
No, hold the grudge be there. Na me mean to mean right.
Right.
What must I say? But then, what would be the standard for holding the grudge? You say no, they important pa. And to acquire say industry be yam no. Well, if you mumpa so, but kakra. What must I say? I think say we grow, we mature. So some of these things, before say it's past and gone. You know, we are all looking ahead to the future.
1140. You have a new one.
Yeah, you already played it though, but then
we played it.
Yeah,
which one was that?
The one with episode.
The one with episode.
Yeah.
No. Then you have to tell me what the message in there is before we even play it again.
Okay, say a motivational. So say adwuma na ye no, e wo mo fro bibra enyin a wo mo hwe yo. Say dem so na me hwe krofo bi tema na me nyin no.
Okay.
So no, you know, my words to my audience matter to me. My audience are like my patients. I cater for them. And to me, every time when I'm singing, when I'm writing, I want to be able to encourage somebody who is listening to me. I want my words to be impactful to somebody who is listening to me. And this is the motivation behind this song that I wrote. And I was so blessed to have Episode do a feature on it for me. And I want to say a big shout out to Soundboy who did the production.
Ayo.
Yeah, ayo.
Okay. Another conscious piece coming from the video Oscar. It is called Never Give Up. featuring episode. I have my good friend Apia who is telling me that after hearing David Oscar say that he doesn't have a team, he is saying that, Sammy, please tell David Oscar I would be his publicist. He should just link me up and add that it is for free of charge, so he won't get scared. David Oscar is never scared of anything. Now, Smart Doggy says, Sammy, you should be given an award by Dr. UN by being best song spoiler of the year. What the hell? What can he say this? How? The way I was doing the backing, and then your day, I made so songs. Wow, interesting convo. First, let's talk about David Oscar, his story, his song so far. Maximum 3 minutes.
Sure. I mean, I've known David Oscar since there was a comedy competition which you won.
Yeah.
Stars of the Future. I think I've known him since that time. And there was one particular joke you said that day, and it's still stuck with me as one of my funny jokes I've ever heard.
Okay.
Also, there was a man who was a very good drunkard, and he entered a drinking spot. And then the man, sat to the point and said, you can tell how old that whiskey is. See, this is a 14-year-old whiskey. Now, the people were shocked. Hey, really? No, be found under one man also. This is a 20-year-old whiskey. Well, I can't be big cry and son of crash. No, it's some local drunkard chairman be or no. I shouldn't say I Jenny title. The or rather no fight baby by no the man answer on them share. So base me I can age. I can't know me and this thing tastes like urine. Or yes, that's my urine. How old am I? That's my urine. How old am I? So that particular joke has been a joke of mine, and I think don't let anyone tell you are not funny. If you run now, cry, you are funny.
No, we've told him. We've told him, sir.
I'm used to it.
No, it's like that. I think the whole. I'll come back to his music, but I think the whole idea of comedy in Ghana is the level of comedy now, or not all maybe it probably might have been too advanced for some people to understand. Also, up to now, I listen to many comedians. I mean, yet no disrespect to Ghanaian comedians. I love all of you. Me sure we name not making Jerry. No disrespect, but I love comedy. I love to listen to the Chris Rocks and then the Kevin Harts and all. I listen to all of them. Okay, and when I find them funny. But when I'm watching them with some of my friends, they don't find them funny. They say, where's when you watch the Will Smith and then all this comedy, I love them. But I realize that most of my friends don't find them funny. But rather they find some other people funny. And me too, that thing is funny to me. You get it? So a levels of sometimes maybe not maybe like a section of
subjective. Comedy is subjective.
It's very, very subjective. Very, very subjective. Because there's something that made me actually minima. You're afraid to be IT jokes. I can write just something. My name say Osha.
It will not make any meaning to you.
But I can show it to one of my IT guys. Osha, you get it. Comedy is very subjective. Let's come back to his music. He has actually shocked me. I mean, you are that good, though. He's that good. Very, very good.
I know.
This is true, reggae. Utia, and the message in there is really great. And the kind of ideas he's churning out. There's this renaissance. There's this blowing up of knowledge in the world, and people are becoming knowledgeable. People are getting to understand who we are and who they are. The indoctrination has become a lot in our system. Some of us haven't gotten too much maybe courage to talk about it the way he may be talking about it, because of sometimes where we grew up and all that. We will get there. We will definitely get there, because our perception about how we've been made to understand certain things in our society. It's getting to a point where people are getting to, people are becoming knowledgeable in many things. So it's good. We call it mental reawakening.
Yes.
And it's happening on a very large scale. Very, very large scale. A time will come but for his music, I think he's doing great.
Okay.
When I see people doing music, I would like to support them. I have already talked to him. Give him that.
Okay.
Any show we put up,
and he's available.
Yeah, he told me he will buy me a Range Rover.
No, that Range Rover, don't go there. I've taken it. I've registered for that Range Rover. I beg you, leave that one for me.
All right, so big ups to you, David. I mean,
okay,
you are great.
Okay, Mr. Michael now says, "Wow, current comedians owe this guy big time, David Oscar, great guy in the studio." Thanks, Mr. Michael. Yes, I agree. Let me listen to you.
Yeah, Nana, like. I'm really surprised. Yes, I know David Oscar. How do I know him? I know him as a comedian. But and the question I ask myself is, now they know the idea be diagro. But me listening to him right now tells me, say, why you comedy grand because me enjoy the voice in imposing recording no international say ono na adwuma ni the side adwuma ni ye hwan na kita no adwuma ni the side or too like I am one say oni like onimnia oh yeah but all boils down to one thing: life will teach you. And yet university no sua the courageous level but obra na be mo na bobo na do asi. You get where I'm coming from.
True.
I'm saying this because like Otewa can send me brain no me and the vibe be the same. I'm passionate just like he is. And one thing is media bunu voice no kita and who could just get up and find some beat and sing something to it and say Charlie you say be hit here. But only you kita no see minimum ameye. And you be an our voice when Obeka me koto reggae. I want me nimu ye kuro we send ye hu Rastafarian reggae. Sabe differentiate types of Rasta. Yeah, me the a crocodile Rasta.
Oh, the
boy life. But I share most of his ideas because I've also come to that realization and bro, it's not easy to come to that realization and really admit say because near unyi yebeto ye no edin say wo betimi akachire ho say masisano because bibia wo yemu bia no opese wo hu sani amanfo adwene oka bibia about dread how he had to fight with people me kai bra me afro me ka chire amanfo say Charlie I'm tired with this afro me nya me dread they be like na ye time menye boutina Charlie ba 30 something still me bomiti me to me sabre me dread no me sheche me she hoodie obi anhu ne yakọ mani ba me omo so no ade na afa anyi a etigu me kon afei sani pana timi hia me ayaw ade ye feel say na mante na be ye nanka intini wiase na yete no obi anim ni ope say wo de adwene benante a na wo ye nyansani na wode wakoma benante a ene wunim ni ope because akoma no tem bi ope uto range ne now say who ranger abafo
so China ya obaka so ope no yeah
aminya ka ya mepe
yeah
wadwene so kire o se ja jimi na uniska nti bema de wode wadwene no na nante nya wakoma bema de na adwene na o de na adwene na nam enye na koma obi say no untumi ndada no
yeah
dada ne say untumi your industry won opa fa say your manager na chi up and coming artists be fa ne tena baby to pizza na to cook si ho na omo no na kasa kese ni timu nyina ne say inshiranya nyame promise na tena ni but time me was adwene ne say woni mi shiampo na ya me what will you eat me catch you say there be no na me colleagues be who me say but you why me say no the person they won't fuck with my mind I chop before I come here.
Yeah, today I for blast you. Make I blast you one.
Blast me,
Yeah, last one.
I chop before I come here. So when I meet brothers like this who have that kind of IQ, say, minim nyame ye, and I minim baby ame kwa. Sabi, say. Unim ni awe ya yesi akwani mbuadie. Oyo mo yesa masa so yesi akwani di obuadie papa. Into no brand dear. I respect him and I want to tell him something. Say, say humble yeah Juma, but I'm seeing too much humble. Ote he waka nioma bebrea bra me wachire na nyesa na me hunu. Ana me tin anim ne senia o kasa no. Misua de fi no ho no. Ena me hu say metumi asua more afi no ho. Ba me pese obe feel say as say me bra me ho ase because ye industry mu enya ahobrase ye ne ye de wo ye de chimo. Whatever he's trying to give birth to, man, fasa ahobrase obi ama wo sa yes Sadian because me pese ubi sa question bi me de say ye be nominating na ba onwumu ya boy we sisi say ye
never give up
10 well Jamaican tracks near the fra one shot we be cast challenge say repeat that one but what say you Ghana in the boy I feel na be for fault so that no near no
I see
and Jumuno like sisi ama ya starting bo na enchi ba bia to say big dreams. I'm realizing say David Oscar Peno, but the song in the bio, but you see here like the beat this be word for do but the way he sing here and the being way make everything you him too much to the stand say Michael Jackson trailer video Eba see here say Ghana for young Jajia you be more feel say director no kuro no adwuma.
Thank you. Yeah, great. Chris, I got 3 minutes better my point. When it's so
the whole thing is from Nenyum no, and he said something. He spoke about passion, and then I feel say as more kind of idea was a young ones, now was it yefa because I feel say when you want to do something, not open so you do something you are passionate about. Let's say me are passionate about clubbing. Now me see club, there be a me club, but he said me gym, but at the same time I'm going to work, and then he also said something in his song that never give up. So Nimi and Nubab together, what I pick from it, they say, figure out your passion, what you are good at, and never give up. That's all I can say.
Thank you so much. So brief and on point. Tilly, finally.
I was really trying to run away from this one because me, I have heard of a story. I've heard of his kerfuffle with the other comedian.
You've heard of his what?
Kerfuffle.
Tilly, you see
his very tumultuous kerfuffle.
Hey, Tilly, not blast you.
Yeah. I've heard of it, but I think he has something in him that's almost borrows a resemblance to the Nigerians. They have this aggression in them. They take everything by force. And I think, as Yalgre was saying, nothing will be handed to you. When you want something, you go for it. And I'm hoping he adapts a lot more going forward. And the things that he thinks he deserves, he should take it. Nobody's going to give you what you deserve, though.
Yeah.
So you just have to take what you think you deserve. So he should just keep pushing. Okay. I've heard of him as a comedian, how dope he is. Me, I like comedy. This weekend, I'm even going for Laugh Line. Yes. So,
the Laugh Line thing is this weekend, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that going forward with the music too, he establishes himself as he did in the comedy space. That's all.
Thank you so much.